very few people care. Are you ready for some hard talk? Outside of your immediate family, your mother, your father, your sisters and brothers, and even they have to attend to their own life and they've got their own problems and issues. But at least they're your own flesh and blood. And if someone attacks you, you know who'll come to your rescue. But the reality is, very, very few people to no one cares about us. You, me and you. So take care of yourself first. Take care of your own happiness, your own well-being, your own health, your own food that you eat every day, your own clothes, and the things that matters to you first and foremost. If you think that your wife cares just because she did those phony, written by someone else, wedding vows, and if you think she'll come to your rescue when you really need her, when her own priorities and her own needs and wants are not being met, then my friends, I've got another story for you, a Cinderella story to tell you. Don't kid yourself. This is not being depressed. This is not being gloomy. This is not being negative. It is telling you as it is. No one cares. No one cares. If you don't believe me, go outside and sit there in the street in the rain and ask people to help you. Tell them you don't have anywhere to sleep. See how many of them say, come to my house, you can sleep in my house. No one cares. No one cares. People here and there give to charity because they feel guilty. And some of us give to charity because we genuinely feel sorry for someone and we just want to do good for others. We help people because people we don't know, without expecting anything in return, because out of the goodness of our heart, because of the qualities instilled in us by our parents, if we were lucky enough to have good parents and good upbringing. But when it comes down to it, no one cares. We're on our own. Not only we're on our own to go out there and do something so we have enough money to provide food and shelter and clothing for ourselves, we're also on our own in the invisible, intangible world of someone caring for us, someone actually being there when we're sick, someone being there when we need somebody, someone being there when we're really, really depressed, sad, and lonely, and despondent, and morose, and we need someone to help us. Now you tell me, outside of your blood relatives, someone like your father and your mother, who really cares? When I say really, I mean really, really cares. Say, have you eaten? How you doing? Are you doing okay? Are you happy? Do you have somewhere to go? Do you have friends? I remember when I was a kid, my father dropped me off in school one time. I was in grade school, and I was at that age where you don't want to go to school. You'd rather stay home because you feel so much safer at home. And I remember he on his way out, he told the kids that were playing in the yard, play with him too. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. Who out there cares to do those things for us? No one. No one. No one. We're on our own. So what's the solution? Why am I telling you this? What can we do about it? Well, the first step towards solving any problem is recognizing that there is a problem. Whether or not you want to call this a problem, it is a reality that we all of us have to face. It is what it is, my friends. Realize that very, very few people outside of our own blood relatives care about us. If we're old enough to have children and adult children that can take care of us, yes, some of us are lucky to have good children that care about our well-being. But other than that, we're on our own. We're on our own. Don't ever think that the subject of your romantic interest cares about you. Romantic love, there is no such a thing as romantic love. Romantic relationships are there. Romantic relationships exist in this world only and only because they are seeing you as a vehicle to provide them with their wants and needs. Don't ever confuse yourself. Don't ever lie to yourself. Don't ever deceive yourself. Don't ever delude yourself into thinking that there's any different situation out there, that your situation is different. No matter how convincing the other person is, believe me, when it comes down to it, it is them being there solely for the purpose of fulfilling their own needs and wants through you. And that is evidenced 1,000,001 times a day, every day around the world, by them abandoning you like you don't recognize them when those needs and wants are no longer met. Understand this. Again, I'm not telling you to not form relationships and not enjoy the companionship of a woman or form a family. Do all of those. Do all of those to your heart's content. But always keep in the corner of your mind that that woman is there because she sees you as someone who's capable of providing her with her wants and needs. Period. Period. No exception. No one cares. No one cares about your own well-being except your own blood relatives, your mother, your father, your children. Everyone else out there is just there for a reason, because they want something in return. All the best.